So, like all good builds, I've had my fair share of setbacks on Grandpa's truck. I got the Cummins stuffed in there, and it fits pretty well. It's a tight fit, but it fits. But my biggest setback has been trying to get to run. I put a new injection pump on, but when I got that, the place I got it from said I should replace the injectors or have them tested, and I didn't want to waste the money on testing them, so I ordered some brand new Prince of Darkness injectors for it. No, they are not associated with Ozzy Osbourne, but I do like his music, so I'm going to throw those in. But I also got new injection lines because these are less than stellar. I also had to heat these up with a torch to get them off the injection pump. So burned up the credit card and bought a bunch of new parts. Maybe this thing will run tonight. That's the whole goal anyways. This air intake, this is all going to change. This crappy regulator for the alternator is going away when I get a new alternator for it, a single wire with a tachometer port on it. It'll get intercooled as well. There's some more mods planned for it. Just for right now, I just want the thing to get running. So here's how I've been removing these injectors. Since I have an abundance of old injection lines, I just screw it on the top and underneath the nut, put a pry bar and pry, and doop, comes right out. Easy as that. Here's one of the original injectors out of this truck. Can't imagine why that didn't work. All rusty, barnacled up, fungused up, whatever you want to call it. But I just want to show the tip of it. So this is like a 9mm tip, I believe, and they did this for 89 and I think halfway through 90. I'm not positive, but the new PODs have a smaller tip, 7mm. Just a copper crush washer right there. So if you're putting PODs or any other injectors in a 89 or early 90 truck, you need these copper sleeves to increase that diameter. I guess they're having problems with the heads cracking from the lack of material. So the fix was to put smaller tips on the injectors, and that's why they did that, I guess. Just thought I would point that out since I'm doing this. When you pull the injectors out, it's also a good thing to verify that the original copper crush washer is on there. You'd hate to double it up, badness will happen if you do that. This is the number 6 injector, and I could not pry that sucker out, so a nice little handy trick I discovered was, if you don't care about your injectors, you take an air hammer with a ballpoint on it, stick it in the injection tube hole and fire away, and it'll come out with your fingers. I don't know what it does, but it loosens the sucker right up and you can pull it right out. So before ripping off all the old injection lines and throwing them in a heap, I matched them up to the new ones and numbered them all, so there would be a lot less head scratching going on. Trying to save time where I can. This truck has been fighting me. Another setback. So this is the nut that was on the new injector return line. It didn't thread onto the T for the return line on the fuel. So I cut the flare off, which is just a single flare for 3/16 brake line. Took the nut off and put the original one back on and put another flare. Just one more thing I had to deal with. So she's all bled out and all back together and ready for her first startup. So let's see what happens. to see a burnout, so I'll do it. Even though it's only on snow, but